What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. I'm here to ask you guys a question. I need your help with something, and it's really two questions, but you can pick whichever one you want to answer, or answer both in the comment section down below. But one question is, what if Jon Jones, I messed it all up, but what if Jon Jones ducks Tom Aspinall? That's question one. And question two is Jon Jones versus Tom Aspinall a legacy fight for Jon Jones? And we'll get into that now, but seeing it from knowing my POV and how I feel about it, and seeing others' responses on social media, it's kind of alarming to me. I'm a little confused. I'm a little befuddled on what's going on, but we can talk about it. So this all stems from last night's matchup, UFC 304, Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades, and the reaction and the tweet from Luke Thomas. Not really his reaction, but reaction from his comment section from one of his tweets, right? So I watched the entire card from start to finish, except for the final fight, Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. I had no care in the world to watch that fight at all. I knew it would be a snooze fest. I knew it would be a trash fight. Two good fighters, but neither one really put up a great fight normally. And I was right. I saw the reactions and stuff. Bilal Muhammad won, but Dana White was pissed. So I saw that. I saw everything but that fight. The main two guys I wanted to see, Patty and versus Bobby Green, and I wanted to see Aspinall perform versus Curtis Blades. Saw those two guys. Both of those guys showed improve. Both of them had first round finishes. Both looked very impressive, right? Now, Luke Thomas, who I believe is the best UFC or MMA analyst out right now. Last couple of years, he's spot on. He's smart. He's intelligent. He's very articulate in how he brings things across, right? I love his channel. Not really a big fan of Morning Combat, but I like him personally, right? Cool. Or I like him solo. But I do watch Morning Combat from time to time, but I rather prefer just him solo, right? Fine. So he puts up a tweet, and I'm not going to put the tweet up or say what he said exactly, but paraphrasing, he said, "I hope we don't get another Francis Ngannou situation with Jon Jones. He hopes Jon Jones does fight Tom Aspinall." I'm like, okay. I see the comment section going crazy, and it's right after the fight. 10 minutes, 7 minutes right after the fight. So I go to the comment section, I look at the comments, and almost everyone, and it's almost, 50 plus comments, almost everyone is saying if Jon Jones ducks Tom Aspinall, his legacy will be affected. And I'm like, hold on. I said, whoa, hold on. Press the brakes hard, immediately. From my POV, and like I said, I'm under 30, but I've been watching fights. Like I said, I was a teenager, a young teenager. As I got older, I went back and watched them again and seen, everything surrounding those big important fights and all that stuff with a bunch of guys, not just Jon Jones, right? So I went back and did my homework even more to understand it even more. We watch fights, we watch cards, all that good stuff. Like, I'm not a diehard fan and like that. I just go in and just want to understand, because your teenage kid brain doesn't see the things the same way your adult brain does. But I tell you one thing, Jon Jones looks the same. At least prior Jon Jones. No, Jon Jones is not active as much as he should be or used to be. Injuries, off the field stuff. We already know that stuff. No need to debate that. But Jon Jones is one of the few guys where the talent meets the output. You know what I'm saying? The talent meets his resume. Like, come on, dog. Jon Jones is the best talent we've seen in the UFC and mixed martial arts, period. And his resume is debatable the best of all time as well. So it's not like there's any room for error, in my opinion. I mean, it's not like it's any room to poke holes in Jon Jones' resume. So it's like, for me, knowing Jon Jones is 37, just turned 37. I didn't know me and Jon Jones were birthday twins. Same birthday, July 19th. So he just turned 37. He's yet to fight Stipe, who's also old. So by the time Jon does get around to, let's say, Tom Aspinall, Jon will be 38 probably, because Jon doesn't fight that often. So 38, 39, Jon Jones versus a 32, 33-year-old Tom Aspinall who's in his prime. I don't want to see that. I am A-OK with Jon Jones ducking Tom Aspinall. If Jon Jones fights Stipe, beats Stipe, and walks off and sails to the sunset, I'd be happy with that. As a UFC, as an MMA fan, I watch a bunch of stuff. PFL, I watch all that stuff, the old stuff, all that old stuff. I watch everything. As an MMA fan, not a diehard, but as a fan, I would be okay personally with Jon Jones saying, "Hey, I'm old now, big dogs. It's time for me to call it quits." And he misses out on Francis. He misses out on Tom Aspinall. I know Jon, and people talk the talk and walk the walk. Ego's big, all that stuff. But come on, who wants to see a older, closer to the end Jon Jones versus a prime Aspinall? I understand the thought of it is good. As the Jon Jones, the name, the fighter, but he's not what he was. Clearly, guys don't get better with age. They get more experience, they get more seasoned, they get more technical, but they don't get better. And if Jon Jones, and even if Jon Jones were to fight Aspinall, in my opinion, and he gets smoked, I don't think that much of it. That's why I asked you guys at the top of the video: is it a legacy fight? Like, it's a great fight, but I mean, it'll be hyped up. It'll be an awesome fight, but is it a legacy fight? That's my thing. I don't think so. At least not for Jon. I think if Aspinall beats him, cool. He got Jon on his belt. That'd be great. But other than that, I mean, I don't really see what Jon really gains from fighting Aspinall. I don't really see what Jon gains from fighting Francis. It's a great fight. It's a big notch on his belt. But he already got all the notches in the world. He's already a big dog. He's already top of the food chain as far as resumes, talent, skill, everything goes. He's at the top of the top. So it's like, I don't understand, what does Aspinall do for him? So people saying in that comment section, it's not a big deal, but I want to do a video on it to see what you guys felt, because I'm like, I don't really see that viewpoint. This is not a legacy fight for Jon Jones. And people bringing up off the field stuff, steroids potential, if that were the case. I know it happened, but, he contested it and stuff. But steroids, off the field issues, injuries, missing a lot of time, all that stuff, poking holes in Jon's resume. But his resume is his resume. Even with all that stuff everybody's mentioning, he's still considered top 1, top 2. And it's probably normally 1, a consensus 1. I mean, I don't at least understand where this is coming from with people saying Aspinall is the end-all, be-all for Jon Jones' legacy. His legacy has been stamped for me years ago. I mean, I don't get it. But at least maybe even Cyril Gane. If you wanna say Cyril Gane cemented him as far as coming to the heavyweight division, fighting the top heavyweight. If you consider Gane at the time the top, because Francis was gone, then fine. Gane lost to Jon, made Jon the best of all time. That cemented his legacy. I'll be fine with that. But I was fine with that before that. I was fine with people saying Jon was the best before that. So to see it now, people are turning and saying, yeah, Jon got to fight Tom Aspinall. I don't get it. I'm confused. And I don't understand what people want out of older fighters, out of older players. That's like saying, and people say this, I expect LeBron to dominate still. LeBron's 40, dog. He's been doing this forever. LeBron is 40. You want him to still play against these new young guns, and Edwards and Tatum and Brown and Jalen Brunson, and he's 40. They're not even in their prime yet, and he's 40. Same for Jon Jones. Jon Jones is 37. By the time he fights Tom, if he does fight him, he'll be 38, 39 years old. Maybe even 40, because Jon waits for a long time. So you want an older Jon Jones to fight a potentially prime Tom Aspinall. He's 31, so he should be in his prime or entering his prime right now. You want prime Tom Aspinall to face an old head Jon Jones and be excited for it and expect Jon to win that matchup. I don't have that same expectations. I really don't. I truly don't. I don't see it, but that's just me. Like I said, let me know in the comment section, guys. Am I crazy? Am I tripping? But for me, I don't see it as a must win for Jon Jones if he fights Tom. I would hate for him to get smoked, but if he does, he's old. He's old to me. He's an old man. He's 37, dog, and he hasn't even fought Stipe yet. And you know the injuries and off the field stuff that Jon goes through, so they can push him back to 40, 39, 40. Like, I don't know. That's just me, how I feel about it. But let me know in the comment section how you guys feel. But I think Jon is cemented in stone as top 1, top 2, top 3. I have him as one personally, and I have Khabib a close second. But Jon's resume is his resume. His dominance is his dominance. I mean, I don't see where people poke holes at, but that's just me. But that's it, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.